On this episode of Sign Dawgs, we are going to do something a little unusual. We have a lounge in Dallas called the Kommission, and it is located behind another building, so it doesn't really even have frontage on a street. So we're going to mount their sign on a fence that does have visibility from the road so that people know where to go to find the Kommission Lounge in Dallas.
Every day we look at signs. Some are beautiful, others not so much. For a business, any business, a good sign is crucial. So where does a good sign come from? Who creates these tantalizing works of art? In the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, it's done right here by the people at Signs Manufacturing, the people we call the Sign Dawgs.
We've got this customer called the Kommission, and they have basically, it sounds like sort of a speakeasy type of deal, a lounge, cigar lounge. It's got apparently they do food as well, restaurant. Sounds like a pretty cool place. Certainly the pictures on their Facebook page look cool. Anyway, they're kind of at the back of this alley. They don't really have a storefront on the street. Instead, they've sort of got this fence on the end of the alley. And that's the only thing that they've got, so that's where the sign needs to go. And that creates some interesting challenges for us. Normally, when we're designing a sign, we put it on a wall. The wall supports the sign. In this case, it's going on a fence. So the sign can't be very heavy, but it has to have a reasonable structure because it's not going to be fully supported in behind. And those two things kind of work against each other because generally a structure adds more weight. So what we've done in this case is we've put together a channel capsule. It's basically built like a channel letter.
It has all of the components, what's called self-contained, so all the wiring and stuff is inside it, so we can mount the entire sign onto that fence and not have to push all the wires all through it to jump letter to letter. It's a red, white, and black sign, which is a really good color contrast, so the sign will really jump out up there on that fence.
The sign will be visible to actual passersby. And those passersby can then go through the gate, down this alley until they find the door at the back, open the door at the back to unimagined luxury. Well, or at least to a really cool restaurant / cigar lounge.
Whenever you're designing a sign, you've got to take a lot of consideration into how much contrast you get. A lot of the times when we do channel letters and we do backplates, the reason behind that is you can create a really good color contrast. For instance, if your color is blue and you're going on a light gray wall, sign's not going to be able to be seen very well. So if you put a backplate on it, you can create a good contrast. With the Kommission, we have a great contrast. White and black, you can't get a better contrast than that. Red is if you've got a monotone for your other colors, white and black, putting a little bit of splash of red in there, you just can't miss it.
Because the Kommission is, got this sort of a dark cigar lounge vibe to it, their sign reflects that. And it reflects that in the fact that the background of the sign is black, which of course will not light up. So we have our solar bright LEDs, which are going inside the sign, and they're really, really bright. Because none of that light can come out through the black, it all has to come out through the letters, which makes those letters stunningly awesome.
Over a year ago, we did a survey on this job. Mitch himself did the survey.
Yeah.
This little lip right here, these are one of the unexpected things we run into. This lip we're gonna have to cut off in order to put the sign up here. Otherwise, the sign's gonna be sitting like this. So we're gonna have to cut this off, shim it out, because there's another lip right here. Do you see this lip? Mitch remembers putting that on his paperwork, but yet the survey didn't get looked at hard enough to understand.
Does this stick out as far as that lip? The top part? Look, it sticks out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe we just...
Maybe, but then look at the picture. The picture shows it going above that.
Oh boy, yeah, it does.
So we're gonna have to take a Sawzall and cut this lip back up here to get us to this, and then maybe space it off the wall with, something here on the bottom. I don't know yet.
I swear, it's only because you're watching. I get nervous. Question. Does the paperwork show that light fixture in there still? shows, if it does, then that's not our power.
This is, oh, it does show it.
Yeah. So,
But why would they need that light fixture if the sign is lit?
I don't know,
Was the
it's
light
still there.
fixture shining on the old sign?
Yes.
It's obviously broken. It's not.
I mean, it's broke now, but it wasn't then. It was up there the last time I was here.
Okay, you back? You're in my notch, right?
Yeah.
That's what you call old Arkansas wiggle.
You trying to catch my image again? What are you singing?
I'll make it rain so I can pack that on this side.
What are you singing?
Let's just go this way.
Okay, Chris, as much as you.
Put them back where they belong.
Cautionary tale. We here at Signs Manufacturing have several employees who do nothing but interface with cities, the regulators, the people who want to tell us no. And this problem has grown over the years, and to the point that now I have several employees, that's their entire full-time job, is just to fight with those people. Well, in the case of the Commission, they decided they didn't want us to fight those battles for them. Instead, they were quite certain that they had pull with the city and they could make this happen. So, okay, well, they didn't. In fact, not only did they kind of mess up doing their signs, they also messed up their building permits and managed to really tick off the inspectors. And so now the city is kind of carrying a grinder and wants to just grind them into dust over it. So the end result is, even though they purchased an illuminated sign that it will light up, they're not being allowed to run power to it. So, lesson learned, right? So if somebody asks me, what would be your advice? Should I go ahead and do this because, you know, I'm friends with the mayor? No, don't. Hire the experts. There's a reason we're experts. We have to deal with this a lot. Not that we can control it, not that the cities are gonna do what we say, but hey, you know, it's kind of like hiring a lawyer. You don't go into court on your own.